So it seems Brad Stevens doesn't hate Marcus Smart after all. It's a 4-year extension, $77 million total, which I think averages out to about $19 million a season. It begins in 2023, which means Marcus Smart is going to be in my life for the next 5 years. Of course, trades are always possible and whatever else. There's no player option, I believe. So really, this comes down to, is it an overpay for Smart? Did they lock themselves into a guy who's going into the wrong direction defensively? And all that stuff. I mean, look, Marcus Smart last year, his defense was not the best. 2 years ago, and for most of his career, it's been damn near elite among the NBA, right? So hopefully he gets back to that. If he doesn't, then that's going to be a bad contract, because even while Smart has gotten better from three and he has improved as a passer and all that, I'm not sure he's ever going to be a big positive on offense, just because at the end of the day, efficiency is still pretty damn important, and his two-pointers, for the most part, have been rough in his career. And, I mean, one game he goes like 5 for 7 from three, the next game he goes 1 for 6. Of course, he always does something crazy in the playoffs, whether it's grabbing an offensive rebound over two other dudes, or boxing out some 6'10 guy, or getting a chase down block on Norman Powell, or diving on the floor for something. The guy has value that goes beyond the stat sheet, no doubt about it. But, and Celtics fans will tell you this, watching the guy day in and day out, it's not always the most fun experience, but when it's good, it's definitely good. Anyway, to compare Smart's salary, which will begin, after this season, compared to other guys who are making about that much, Fred VanVleet makes a similar amount. He's a better player than Smart. Bojan Bogdanovic, he's either better than Smart, or maybe with Marcus's defense, maybe they're kind of close to each other. Sabonis is definitely better. Smart is better than Eric Gordon. He's better than Eric Bledsoe. Miles Turner is better. Rozier, Marcus Smart, I guess that one is, you can argue about that one for a while. This is just kind of how it is in the NBA. You usually have to overpay a guy by a little bit to ensure that you don't have to give him a huge contract in free agency. So I guess it's okay. I just can't help but still be a little freaked out by the fact that, again, his defense was not to his normal standard last season. And if that's going to be the new thing, then this is not a good contract. And it's not one that's going to be easy to trade. And now when I look at the future for the Celtics and future salary for them, so you add $19 million to the $84 that they have committed to next year, and suddenly a lot of that cap space is gone. But Horford's contract is partially guaranteed. I think it'd be $14 million. And maybe I'm wrong on this, but maybe they could stretch that $14 million over 3 years, which would give them more cap space in the moment, which usually I'm against stretching guys, but if it allows you to make a big move right then and there, it's understandable. If they're not going to do that, then I don't know. It's tough to project all the numbers. I think in 2024, if Horford is not stretched, between Tatum, Jalen, and Smart, they'd already be at $80 million. So then it would be interesting to see who would be extended amongst their young guys, who wouldn't be, and if they could do something with that cap space. So there you go, man. I would love to be just doing backflips over this, but look, Marcus Smart, one day you love him, one day you're like, why did you just shoot that three-pointer? So we'll see. If he can get back to what he was defensively for most of his career, then I think it's fine.